Hello, big dreamers. I'm so excited today. We are talking about body acceptance versus disease acceptance. And this is I'm so excited that I'm uploading this topic. I feel like this is so close to my heart. I personally have felt in the past so restrictive and so obsessive and so addicted to exercise, and I honestly didn't even know it. I thought I was just being healthy, and I just was so stressed out with school, and I was a cheerleader. I was always trying to be really skinny, and of course it's in societal norms really to count our calories and to try and eat as little as possible, and I thought I was just being really healthy, So I want to say that when I make recommendations to really nix certain foods, don't eat sugar or salt or oil and these things, I want to say that processed foods do have a place, okay? And I want to find this balance, and I want you all to understand that when you are having a eating disorder mindset, it was really necessary for me to just literally eat whatever I want whenever I want. And as you can imagine, this might be hard for a dietitian to do. And I realized that I don't even want salt, sugar, or oily foods. My body feels the best and I feel the most free when I'm able to eat in abundance with foods that are truly healthy for me, and that I don't feel super triggered to eat a lot more, and that I don't it doesn't cause me a lot of cravings. So it's funny how I ended up gearing towards a whole foods plant-based diet anyways. And I feel like we all have to find this out for ourselves, but there is a certain place that processed foods should have in if you're on that side of the spectrum. However, I was really inspired to become a vegan because of its ability to reverse cancer and heart disease and diabetes. And where's the line, I love the body positivity movement. I love that women are stepping up and showing how, we're not all stick thin, and that's okay. I freaking love this movement, and at the same time, I want to help people reverse their risk of a heart attack and of diabetes. And so I just wanted to voice that I'm really sorry if I've triggered anybody out there who has an eating disorder, and I'm preaching about how to lose weight or foods to decrease and things like that. Because these are very different scenarios of what I might recommend. So yeah, what else do I want to touch on? I guess if you want to learn a little bit more about my story, I just want to say that I was a flyer in high school. I was a cheerleader, and of course in high school I just wanted to be stick thin, and I thought I was being healthy doing that. And I never got diagnosed with an eating disorder, but just being really stressed out. And then when I would try to get my period, I would be really stressed out about it. And I remember eating cakes and even adding eggs to my diet at one point, and I was really stressed out about it, and it didn't work. Being stressed out and gaining weight didn't work. It was only when I was really chilling out that I was able to fully heal myself. And this is just a message, everybody out there, know that this is a marathon, not a sprint. Just because we get inspired by one video that we have to go super hard, eat all of the blueberries because we read that blueberries are healthy. No, this is a long-term thing. Take a deep breath, let's move slowly, one foot in front of the other, and forgive ourselves, and just take a second to accept and recognize what is coming up for us. Okay, we are the sky, everything else is the weather. We're able to just witness all of the things that come up and put one foot in front of the other and practice not getting too overwhelmed. is probably my best advice for both situations, whether you're trying to reverse diabetes or gain some weight and recover from an eating disorder. Both of those scenarios definitely can, chill out for a second and move forward because they want to. Because we are excited to have a healthy body, because we love ourselves, not because we have to, not because we're afraid. We're not eating things out of fear. We're not eating things out of self-hate or like frustration for our situation. Let's choose a really empowering perspective that we get to do this. We get to do this. If we're recovering from an eating disorder, we get to eat more. We get to eat more processed foods. We get to practice trusting ourselves and just like letting go and having more fun and letting loose and relaxing more. And if we're healing from diabetes and heart disease, we get to enjoy having fun in the kitchen with using less oil and less salt and less sugar in our foods, and using fruit for dessert, and healing ourselves in that way. So both of these situations have different healings, However, they both require the same mindset. They both require the same peace, inner peace, and self-love. And I think that's what the body acceptance movement is all about. I cannot possibly help you reverse your diabetes or heart disease unless you're coming from a place of inspiration and a place of excitement. No fear, okay? And again, I do apologize for being on both sides of the spectrum, where I personally understand the obsessive super passionate health people. I'm with you, I get it. And I really want to help out the majority of Americans who are dying unnecessarily very, very early, who are eating themselves to death, overeating on crap. So, I'm still working on how to share my messages in a way that serves everybody. And yeah, I just want you to know that you're absolutely beautiful and perfect exactly as you are right here, right now. And to just do whatever you can to relax a little bit more. Just let something soften, let something be more easy, okay? Let's create a little bit more ease, a little bit more fun. What's one thing that we can do to make our healing process more fun? And it's funny how if we think about it for a second, we know what that is. We know that there is something that we can do to improve where we're at. If we just literally sit down, put on some calming music, breathe, and just be with ourselves. And sometimes that can be difficult. A lot of people, we're always super distracted. We're always putting on the radio, putting on something to watch, checking our phones. But what happens if we're okay, let's see what I can do here. And if that means going and asking for help, then so be it. That's really necessary. You're not a burden. Don't be afraid to ask your friends and family for guidance, for help, or somebody like me. There's lots of, if you go to plantbaseddocs.com, you can find a plant-based doctor. I'll put the link down below. nutritionfacts.org is amazing. And yeah, my friends who are recovering from eating disorders, it's okay to eat some processed foods if that's where you're at. If you've been really, really restrictive, what can you do to practice fully eating whatever you want, whenever you want? And only then will you be able to trust yourself, because that's what it took for me to realize that oh wait, I actually really like not eating salt, sugar, or oil. That's just I feel really, really good. I don't feel a lot of cravings. I just noticed that in my body, that I like to eat an abundance of that. And I love date sweetened desserts and a lot of banana ice cream every day. That's how I feel good, and I've definitely experimented, and I still do. Sometimes I'll have some ice cream or whatever because I'm at a very healthy place. Whereas if you're reversing disease, it's different. It's different. If you're really trying to get off your medications, your nutrition prescription is going to be a lot more strict, okay? So let's not mix ourselves up, and I'm right there with you. I literally teach people how to lose weight, and I still have to like follow my own what's best for me, okay? Marathon, not a sprint. We are all in this together. I love you. Thank you for watching this. Give it a thumbs up. Please leave your questions down below, and let's go heal ourselves, okay? Let's go laugh and dance and sing and not care what anybody thinks. All that matters is what we think about ourselves, and you're the one that's going to be with you for your whole life. So I really, really hope that you can love yourself and that we can love ourselves. Okay? I've been married 3 times to me, myself, and I, and until someone comes along that can equate the love of those 3 first marriages, then whatevs, you know, I'm good by myself. Yay, so much love. Go eat some fruit and smile. Bye.